Hello everyone, this is lecture series on computer network. I am Shobhit Manikewa, acting as assistant professor in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, BBD University, Uttar Pradesh, India. In this lecture, we are going to discuss hardware components. We are going to discuss hub, repeater, bridge, switch, and router hardware components. Hub is a layer 1 device of OSI model. Repeater is a layer 1 device of OSI model. Bridges are layer 2 devices of OSI models. Switches are layer 2 device of OSI model. Routers are layer 3 device of OSI model. It is to be noted that sometimes we use switch as a layer 3 device also, and in that case switches are known as L3 switches. First of all, we are going to discuss about hub. Hub is a central connecting non-intelligent device. It is acting as a multi-port device which connects many devices, and it is used to interconnect LAN devices. A hub can be used to extend the physical length of a network. Second device is repeater. As the name suggests, repeater is used for maintaining signal strength after a certain length. If signal gets reduced or the strength of signal gets reduced, then we often use devices known as repeaters in order to maintain the signal strength and hence provide the better communication. Repeater boosts or amplifies the signals before passing it through the next section of a cable. Now, it is to be noted that repeaters are further divided into two kinds of repeaters. First is analog repeater and second is digital repeater. Nowadays, the repeater which we are using are combination of both analog and digital. Third is bridge. Bridge, as the name suggests, are the devices for interconnection of various LANs or local area networks. Few points are mentioned here. It connects the network with same protocol and topology. We already have discussed about protocol and topology in earlier lecture series. Next, the main task of bridge computer is to receive and pass data from one local area network to another local area network. Hence, we can conclude that bridges are the simplest device which act as interconnectivity between the two different local area networks, and hence they provide the interconnection and hence acting as the bridge between the two different local area networks. Next, now fourth device which we are going to study is known as switch. Switch is very essential device. They are offering low cost networking communication between different networks or a range of network. I want to tell you that switches are basically layer 2 devices, but we can use switch as layer 3 device also. And one more advantage with switch is as they are less in cost as compared to the routers. Hence we can use switch as a router and use them as layer 3 device. And hence we can do all these functionalities by paying less cost. Now, few points are mentioned over here. I'm going to read one by one. First point is a network switch is a device which is used to connect network segments or network devices. Second point, network switch receives messages and send them to the targeted audience. Next point, it is a telecommunication device that uses the packet switching to receive, process and forward data to the destination address. Next, this diagram depicts that we have a switch connected at the center point, and various devices can communicate through this device. Now this central connecting device is switch, and we have to note that the main thing about switch is that it is an intelligent device. So switch can also be defined as a central connecting device which is intelligent. However, we earlier saw hub, it was also a central connecting device, but it was non-intelligent. So this is main difference between hub and switch. Hub is non-intelligent device acting centrally. Switch is acting in the same way, however it is intelligent. Now move to the next slide. There are few applications of switch we should at least see once. I have mentioned over here. Let's read them one by one. A switch can manage the flow of data across the network. A network switch plays an integral part in most modern Ethernet LANs. Mid to large sized LANs contain a number of linked managed switches. Switches are also used in SOHO, and in abbreviation it is small office slash home office applications, which we usually see. Hence, most of the applications which we usually see around us are using switches very widely. Switches typically uses a single switch to access the various broadband services, and the services like VoIP, that is Voice over Internet Protocol. Now move to next point, that is functions and role of switch. I am going to read them one by one. These points are very important. We must know them. Let's talk about them one by one. A switch may operate at one or more layers of OSI model as data link layer, network layer, transport layer, etc. However, in general, switch is acting on layer 2, that is data link layer. A switch is a device that operates simultaneously at more than one of these layers are known as multi-layer switches. Multi-layer switch is a very deep concept, and in the subsequent lecture we will discuss about multi-layer switches. Next, devices that interconnect at layer 3 are called routers. That is why layer 3 switches are also sometimes known as routers. However, I want to tell you that there is a clear cut distinguishment between switches and routers. Now the next point over here is, for commercial use, it is possible to connect different types of networks such as Ethernet, fiber, channels, rapid IO, ADM, etc. This connectivity can be at any layers. Now, layer 3 device, which we told that in our earlier slide that this is the fifth device that we are going to study about. Hence, the last networking device which we are going to study is router. A router is a device that connects multiple networks using similar or different protocols. Routers are used when several networks are connected together. These networks can be wired or wireless networks. Now, I want to tell you that router is highly used device when we have a large network or we have group of networks with which are widely separated. Routers, as the name suggests, it is a central connecting device just like switch and hub, and it is intelligent just like switch. However, the range is very large in router, and routers are costly too as compared to the switches. So for a less or very less distance, area, we generally use switch as layer 3 device, and hence we replace router with switches by paying less cost. So here we are seeing a router which is connected through internet, and there are some wireless devices, device 1, device 2, device 3, device 4 are connected through routers. So this is a general representation. Router, as I told you, router is very important device. As the name suggests, router can be understood as root first. So root stands that various routes can be possible from one device to another device while communicating through a network. Out of these many routes, which route has to be used, and the particular route is based on what kind of functionality, what kind of measurement, that is decided by routers. It is most important device, as I told you. It finds various routes. Now the confirmation of routes can be done through two ways. First is static routing or static way. Second is dynamic routing or dynamic. Many routing algorithms are useful. Dynamic routing is highly used in most of the applications, while static routing is least used. Next point, device suitable for large network or for more than one network. Next, now as we discussed many times that router is basically layer 3 device and it works at network layer. Routers are more costly as compared to the switches. Router is a central connecting device which is intelligent in nature and useful for the interconnection of more than one local area network or large network. Few more points are needed to address while talking about the router. Let's read them one by one. A router is connected to two or more data lines from different networks. When a data packet comes in on one of the lines, the router reads the address information in the packet to determine its ultimate destination, and hence it forwards the particular packet to its ultimate destination. Thus, using router, sending address and destination address is determined. A data packet is typically forwarded from one router to another through the networks that constitute the inter-network until it gets to its destination. It contains a routing table in which all the information about the address of connecting networks are stored. Most of the time, whenever we used to depict a routing information or we want to show the routers, we use a cross sign notation to show the route. I want to discuss in brief about the particular representation as shown in the figure. Here we have a source host or personal computer, and we have a destination host or personal computer. If suppose I want to send a particular information from source host to destination host, which are largely separated, then it is possible that several intermediate routers come into picture, and hence they are used to depict the path from source host personal computer to destination host personal computer. Say this host send a packet. Now this packet moves to its nearest router 1. Router 1 stores the sending information and carry forward to the next router 2. Router 1 forms a routing table in which all the nodes and their distance or the hop count is stored in the routing table. Now router 2 comes into the picture. It do the same thing. It forward the same packet to the next router 3, maintains a routing table, and hence stores the hops and their intermediate distances from the subsequent nodes. Now the router 3, which is the immediate router to the destination host, forwards the packet to the destination host for the personal computer. Hence, our information from host personal computer to destination host personal computer reaches, and this is how we usually transfer the packet, or we usually transfer our information from one personal computer or one end device to another end device through internet or through internet routers. Now, I want to tell you one more important point. Whenever we used to access some web pages or some websites, most of the times the information which we get is from the servers which are very widely separated from our personal computers or our mobile devices. So what happens is our request goes to the destination node or destination server through various intermediate routers, and we get approval or acknowledgement, or the web page gets open through the intermediate routers, and hence we get a proper connectivity to access some kind of websites or some kind of web pages. That is why we said, and we must know routers in details. Routers are highly useful devices for any internet purpose. Now, next moves on the device position in OSI layer model. As we know that OSI layer model is the base model which contains 7 layers, starting from physical layer, layer 1, data link layer 2, network layer 3, transport layer 4, session layer 5, presentation layer 6, application layer 7. It is to be remembered that hubs are layer 1 device. These hubs are central connecting devices. However, these are not intelligent. Now, after this, switches comes on layer 2. They are central connecting devices which are intelligent. Now, router comes on layer 3, that is network layer. These are central connecting devices which are intelligent, and the advantage with routers is that they connect a large wide area for interconnectivity, while data link layer provides small connection or a single network. So, as we discussed, switches can be used as routers also, and those switches are known as L3 switches. Now, as we discussed, bridges. Bridges are devices those works on data link layer, that is on layer 2, and we discussed the repeaters. Repeaters are layer 1 devices and they work on physical layer. Now, one more point I want to tell you. Hubs are the devices which were used earliest, and as the name suggests, hubs, the name hubs stands a location or a device which provides all kind of connectivity at a central point, and hence we use this word hub. Like, we can discuss a practical example. Suppose we go into a mall, then we find all the shops with cinema hall, all kind of luxury items, all kind of sales items onto a single location, and hence we often say that a particular location is acting as a hub. In the same way, the hub devices are known as hubs because they provide connectivity for n number of devices across them, and hence we used a term hubs. So this is what we have learned so far, and this is the end of lecture 3. I request you to go and attend my lecture next series, so that I can give you all the information about networks in detail. Hope you have learned a lot. Thanks very much for listening. Thanks.